And welcome to Freeman, Nebraska, not for a Freeman basketball game, but for the beginning of the boys varsity sub-districts here on Ole Red this week. We start off with a 5 versus 4 matchup between the Southern Raiders and the Johnson County Central Thunderbirds. Everybody, I'm Kyle Mathas. I'm joined by Dave Party. Ron Roskilly is working board today, sending this game to commercial break. We appreciate him. But the time has finally come. The regular season has finished here on Ole Red and in boys varsity, and the playoffs are getting started here with sub-districts, and we find ourselves locked into the C2-1 sub-district of boys basketball, taking place at Freeman High School. Freeman is the 1 seed. They'll play the winner of this game between number 5 Southern and number 4 Johnson County Central tomorrow. Also tomorrow, we'll have a game between 3rd-seeded Lincoln Lutheran and 2nd-seeded Tri-County. But Southern versus Johnson County Central is where we're at right now, the opening game of the sub-district. And it's Southern at 11-8, but on a 5-game winning streak right now to end their season. And it's Johnson County Central at 16-6, arguably one of their best seasons in quite some time. And they've actually won, from if my math is correct, 10 of their last 12 games. So these teams are coming in on hot streaks, Dave. I want to bring you in. Like I said, these teams are coming in pretty hot. Coming into the playoffs, that's kind of the right way to do it.
Yeah, and it's a great way for Southern, especially since they are the 5 seed, but don't discredit them at all. The 5 seed, 4 seed, this is going to be a tight matchup. I think playing each other, once before, I believe?
Yep.
There you go, right at the beginning of the season. A lot of things have changed since then. Southern's averaging 56.5 points per game, only giving up 45.5, and like you said, they're on a 5-game win streak, and coming into the sub-districts, that's everything. Well, JCC's averaging 5.5, while allowing 52.5. So their defense has been quite off, but something I will give the JCC is their rebounding has been absolutely excellent.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this team is really, we've actually been able to cover a lot of Johnson County Central games. We actually did go to that JCC Southern game at the beginning of the year. We were able to cover that. I think it actually was me and you that covered that game. So JCC, I mean, that game was close for a long while, and then JCC ran away with it in the fourth quarter. They kind of flexed their muscles and showed why they're really good. But we've covered a lot of JCC games. We covered their game, like I said, against Southern. We covered their game when they went up against, I believe, Fairbury. And then we covered their game when they won in the first game against Sacred Heart in the Mudecas tournament before it was canceled. So we've covered 3 Johnson County Central games this season, and they've won all of them. And they've been really impressive, too. I mean, you got Wes Swanson averaging 14.7 points per game. And then you got Keegan Jones averaging 10.4, and then Wyatt Ludeman at 6.1, with Alex Cruz at 9.7. I want to mention, though, that Sergio Valles got information from the coach that he did get injured in the football season for Johnson County Central. He came back. He's a really good kind of post player / power forward. We saw him in the Fairbury game, but he's actually not here tonight because he was sick. So, I mean, it is kind of still a little bit of the flu season, still a little bit of the sick season for these high schoolers, and I don't know, with some of the sicknesses that are going around, how do you think that'll affect some of these teams in the postseason play?
Yeah, I mean, I have firsthand experience with all that sickness. I mean,
really?
You see a couple of kids dropping like flies.
Yep. But I mean, my parents drop like flies, too. I mean, they're sick back in Chicago, so everybody's around getting it.
Well, I'll tell you, that just isn't good. But at this time of year, you figure to be dying off, but just unfortunate for him, I'd say that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you think that maybe if, like, a 1 seed like Freeman, like, I don't want to say this, like, knock on wood, I really hope this doesn't happen, but if, like, some 1 seed in a sub-district or even a district finals next week, if somebody, like one of their top scorers gets sick, I don't know, like, what do you think that means for the team? Like, do you think they'll still be able to convert and come away and go to the state tournament?
I think most 1 seeds are so collected as a team in themselves, like, losing a player sucks. It does. Yeah. But I think if they're well enough off to be the 1 seed, they're probably good enough to continuing the momentum and keep the heat going.
Absolutely. Well, I want to take a look here at the 5 teams that are in this sub-district. We got Southern, we have Johnson County Central, Lincoln Lutheran, as well as Tri-County and Freeman, who are the hosts. Well, Southern's record against all these teams in this sub-district is 0-4. They lost to Freeman at home 50-39. They lost twice to Tri-County, 53-41 on the road, and in their conference tournament, 47-39. Nobody has actually played Lincoln Lutheran this season out of anybody. Lincoln Lutheran hasn't played anybody. And then obviously Johnson County Central beat Southern. Meanwhile, JCC is 1-3. Their only win is against Southern. They lost twice to Freeman, and they lost once to Tri-County. Haven't played Lincoln Lutheran. So these two teams have struggled against teams in their sub-district. How do they, I mean, whoever wins this game is going to have to go up against Freeman, the 1 seed. How do they get through this game first?
Well, some people may be thinking, yeah, Freeman's the big obstacle, but each other is the obstacle right now. This is anybody's game. You know, that last game that we covered was a 12-point game. And if you weren't watching the scoreboard, it could have been anything. It could have been 5-6-point game. It was really, really close. But once you looked at it and you just thought Southern was right in that, it only takes a few more mistakes and a few more threes, and that game is totally different.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I mean, Southern didn't play badly either. They really played good. I mean, they have some really, really good players, and it should be an exciting game. I was saying that this I was telling Ron, who's working board, that this should be a close game. I don't really anticipate this being a blowout because these teams are pretty evenly matched up. Now, the real question is, how does Freeman view this? I mean, they're obviously going to have people here watching the game, kind of scouting, but Freeman, how do they make sure that they don't take advantage of or not take advantage of their number 1 seed and kind of take these guys for granted?
Yeah, you noticed what was JCC's record? 16-6.
Yeah, 16-6. Yep.
That is one of the most solid 4 seeds I've ever heard in my life.
I know.
At a sub-district, that's really, really impressive.
It's crazy.
So I don't think this sub-district at all is being anything you could take for granted right now.
Yeah, this sub-district is definitely not locked up by any team quite yet. I mean, Freeman comes in, I think, 16-5 on the season. I think. Don't quote me on that. Lincoln Lutheran's 14-8, and Tri-County 17-4. Johnson County Central is 16-6, and they're a 4 seed. That is actually crazy. Because Lincoln Lutheran is 14-8. They're a 3 seed. Obviously, though, they kind of probably base it off of strength of schedule too.
Something for Lincoln Lutheran is they don't play the same teams that these other teams play. They're going to play more Lincoln Omaha-based teams.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a little different coming down here.
But one of the teams, or some of the teams that Lincoln Lutheran played, I don't want to get into these guys too much because we'll have them tomorrow, but they played Norris. And if that's any indication, Norris is a super good team, and they unfortunately lost that game. But, yeah, Lincoln Lutheran has played some great teams, and that game tomorrow should be fun. We're really looking forward to that one, but we'll see what happens. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off, or rather the announcement of the starting lineups, I should say, between these two teams, Southern and Johnson County Central and the sub-districts. Coming up next on All Red. All right, welcome back. Before we get started with them announcing the starting lineups and doing the national anthem, we will go through the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with Southern, who's the 5 seed, coming into this game at 11-8 on the season. And looks like the starter is number 0 at 6 foot, a junior, Alex Meese. Number 1, Kyson Singleton, a 5'7 senior, as well as number 3, Cooper Warford, a 6-foot junior, and then a 5'11 senior, Antonio Pruneda, number 4. And finally, a 6'2 senior, number 25, Matthew Walk. And that is the starting lineup for Southern. Actually, we'll take a quick break before we announce the JCC starters because of the national anthem. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to Freeman for Johnson County Central and Southern. The starters for JCC, number 3, Wes Swanson, a 6'1 sophomore, and then a 6'1 junior, number 23, Alex Cruz, a 6'1 senior, number 24, Wyatt Ludeman, a 6'4 junior, number 35, Keegan Jones, and a 6'4 junior as well, number 44, Nolan Wellensek. All right, so we're ready to get started here with the sub-districts of the boys varsity side of the bracket. C21 sub-district hosted by Freeman. For now, this is kind of the play-in game when you think about it. Southern versus JCC, winner takes on Freeman, and Southern wins the opening tip. And they're all black uniforms with red stripes as the virtual away team, despite the neutral site. JCC wearing their home whites. Here's a mid-range jumper, falls in. What a start for Southern. Alex Meese got a screen and capitalized on it.
Very well guarded. His face right in his hands right in his face.
Yeah. Well, here comes JCC's turn to try to work here with Ludeman, working it around to Cruz in the corner. Back up top to Swanson. Cruz in the right corner. Back to Swanson. Working it around Keegan Jones. He's good. Gets triple teamed though. Let's kick it back out to Ludeman. They go inside. Wellensek. Corner for Cruz. 3 on the way. Good. Nice response for Alex Cruz. It's 3-2 JCC. Like I said, I expect this to be a close game. These teams are pretty evenly matched up. As you can hear the JCC bench, there's a travel on the pass. I think it's going to go on Antonio Pruneda. And that's a turnover. Well, Southern from Wymore, Nebraska, Johnson County Central from Tecumseh, Nebraska. Tecumseh's not too far away here from Adams. Swanson, left corner. Ludeman launches a three, and he hits it. 2 for 2 for JCC from three at 6-2. Thunderbirds on top.
Noticing a lack of perimeter defense for Southern right now.
Yeah,
giving them open shots.
Yeah, and you can tell they're guarding the paint because they always triple team the guys in the paint if they get the ball down there.
Well, they're outside just a bit, by a lot down there.
Yeah. Here's Prunetta pumping it off for Cooper Warford. Warford gets a screen, doesn't use it, drives left, pulls up from the free throw line, and knocks it down. Nice shot there for Warford, who was the leading scorer for Southern in their game against JCC.
Mid-range is going to be the name of the game for the offense on Southern.
Yeah, they're already 2 for 2 from mid-range. As here's Swanson. Cruz gets a good look for three at the top of the key and hits the three. Cruz is 2 for 2, and JCC's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc.
That's just scary this far in the game.
Yeah, that is actually. If I were Southern, I would maybe, if they make another one, call a timeout, try to guard that perimeter. Here's Meese, right corner, three-pointer for Warford. Off the mark, rebound Ludeman. Poked away and kept alive by Singleton, but they say it went out of bounds as Singleton hits the stands, but he's okay.
I felt like the first miss of the game at this point.
Yeah. These teams have been automatic so far. The only miss we saw prior to that was a travel on Southern. Technically, that was the first possession. They didn't score any points. Here's Jones, swing to Swanson, pump fake. Nice pass inside Jones, blocked, and they call a foul on Meese.
That was some beautiful vision down there. It was a tight gap in two defenders there.
And what a pass by, I mean, you can tell JCC wants to go down low, but Southern's making it tough. But what a pass by Swanson. Able to find Jones. Here's the first free throw. Good. Rattles home for Jones. JCC has not missed a shot yet, by the way. They're 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, and they're 1 for 1 from free throws. Here's the second shot for Jones. And he hits the second one. Still perfect for JCC on the game. They are nearly 60% from the free throw line this season, and nearly 30% from three.
Taking a nice gap early on this game.
Yeah, 11-4 is the lead. Prunetta drives it on his left, kicks it to the corner. Open look for Singleton. He pump fakes, kicks it to the top of the key. Meese for three. No good. Swanson grabs the board. Here comes Wes Swanson, who had a great game against Fairbury last time we covered the Thunderbirds. Here's Cruz left side. He'll launch a three. And can he miss? Cruz hits a big three. Southern needs a timeout. Alex Cruz is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Johnson County Central's 4 for 4. 14-4. Thunderbirds out to a quick lead nearly 3 minutes in on Ole Red. All right, welcome back to this sub-district game on Ole Red, brought to you by Fillmore County Hospital. Trusted hearts touching lives. Plaza Ridge Dental and Beatrice for the smiles in your world. Johnson County Hospital, Heartland Bank member FDIC. Beatrice Auto Sales and Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for heavy machinery, ag equipment, truck trailers, and more. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And if points are the currency in basketball, and Johnson County Central has a lot of currency right now. 14-4, 4 for 4 from three. Mid-range tough jumper. Warford is fouled by Alex Cruz, and Warford will go to the line for 2 shots. But yeah, we were actually talking during the break, and Southern, this is not the start they wanted at all.
No, and JCC's doing a great job of rebounding, not giving Southern any second chance opportunities. In fact, it doesn't even look like Southern's hardly trying to rebound at times. Just looks like they're trying to get back.
Well, Southern misses the first free throw. Warford. The thing is that Southern is on a 5-game winning streak. Just wanted to let you all know. They are playing well, but that one is short, and it's 0 for 2 from the line for Cooper Warford. Wes Swanson gets his second rebound of the game.
Free throws got to cash in.
Yeah. Here's Cruz to Jones. Finds the cutter. Swanson underneath and lays it in. Nice pass from Jones to Swanson. 16-4 JCC. Well, Keegan Jones is more of a scorer. He does average, though, nearly 2 assists per game. Here's Warford driving it inside, kicking it into the corner. They get a travel call before the pass, and it's another Southern turnover against a JCC defense that is playing out of their minds right now. Also, I noticed that JCC's bench is way louder than Southern's bench.
Yeah, it seems like that's not always the case. I've heard Southern's bench go off sometimes.
Yeah.
They're just not feeling it right now. Can't blame them.
Yeah. JCC just doesn't seem like they can miss. Here's Cruz. He is 3 for 3. Can he go 4 for 4? No, he'll pass it off to Swanson. Finds Ludeman right side. Ludeman top of the key for Jones. Jones now, midway through the first quarter. Kicks it to Swanson. Good look for three from the left side, and that right there is the first miss of the game for JCC, but we get a foul on the rebound on Kyson Singleton, and it'll stay here with the Thunderbirds, but that's the first miss of the game for the Thunderbirds as Wes Swanson comes out of the game, and coming in is Jack Waring. I wonder why they take out Wes Swanson, who's one of their best players, but Jack Waring isn't bad either. He's pretty good. He's a good sixth man. Here's Cruz from the left side, and he misses. Rebound inside. Here's a nice play by Wellensek. Off glass with his left, and he hits it. 18-4 JCC.
We found out that Cruz is human thus far tonight.
Yeah. That's his first miss. He's
so
3
automatic.
for 4. Yeah, 3 for 4 from 3. JCC's bench getting loud here. Hopefully you can hear him in our mics. Here's Prunetta to Meese on the left side. Spins inside. Meese kicks it in the corner. Back up top. Warford needs help. Has to bring it back out to near the half-court line. JCC fans clapping for their defense. To the right for Singleton. Singleton, corner look. Three-pointer on the way. No good, off the mark by Cale Ames. Want to mention checked into the game for the Raiders. And here comes Waring to Cruz. Back over to the left for Ludeman. Cruz top of the key, gets by. Had it stripped from behind, picks it back up. Kicks it inside. Wellensek going up over three defenders, missed the shot, and Southern grabs the board. It's Antonio Prunetta bringing it ahead, trailing by 14 here in the first. Prunetta makes a couple moves. Nice bounce pass. Finds the cutter. Baseline. No good for Cale Ames. He thought he made it. He started running back.
I did too.
Yeah, that one was halfway down. Here's Jones now baseline. Goes underneath. And we get a foul. Think this one is going to be on Cale Ames. Yep. Cale Ames picks up the foul. Two more shots coming up.
Looking back on the other end, Southern's doing a great job with ball movement. I mean, it's not like they're not getting opportunities. It's just sometimes their shots just ain't falling right now.
Yeah. There's Jones. First one's good. Jones is now 3 for 3 from the line. Well, the Southern cheerleaders look just as confused and dazed as the bench. I don't think they expected them to be trailing by this much this early. 15-point deficit. Here's Jones on the second shot. We see Danny Kung Menivong come into the game, and Wes Swanson's back in. Second shot for Jones is good. He's up to 4 points, and all those 4 points coming from his free throw shooting.
I wouldn't be surprised if Southern took a timeout here if JCC capitalizes on this next possession.
Keegan Jones, for a 57% free throw shooter, is 4 for 4 from the line right now. Here's in the right corner. It's Singleton. Back up top. Didn't get possession. Meese gets it back. Kicks it. Down low. Deflected off a JCC Thunderbird. Not a bounce. 2:05 to go in the first. And this game is brought to you by Crete Area Medical Center, Wilbur and Friend Medical Clinics, Smith Auto in Pawnee City. Learn more at smithautoany.com. And Friend Fertilizer, your Ranky dealer and friend. Inbound to the top of the key for Warford. Warford guarded by Swanson. This is a good matchup right here. Swanson wins the battle as Warford passes it to Meese. Top of the key for Prunetta. Now Warford gets a screen. Couldn't dribble it through his legs. He lost it a little bit. Gets it back. Warford, three-pointer. No good. Offensive board. And we get an over-the-back foul here on Keegan Jones as Cale Ames was going up for the rebound with 1:43 to go in the quarter. We're going to see two more substitutions. Ludeman's back in for Jones after he picks up the foul. Let's see Alex Cruz back in for Wellensek, giving their big guys some rest down low. Singleton on the inbound. Corner pass. Three-pointer for Meese. Knockdown. Alex Meese hits a big three from the corner. 20-7. Thunderbirds in the lead. A minute and a half to go. Here's Swanson. To the left now for Waring. Up top for Ludeman. Pass over to Cruz. Now it's Swanson again. Pump fakes. Nice pass. Ludeman down low. Up and under. Can't hit. He was guarded nicely by Singleton. Rebound grab by Warford. Warford does have a man down low. He finds him. It's Ames. Had the ball stripped from behind by Ludeman. It's taken by Jack Waring. Waring's double team near the half-court line and finds Cruz. Cruz swinging it to Swanson. Right side. Pump fakes. Nice hands by Warford to make sure he didn't drive it. Here's Kong Menivong. Kong Menivong reached in from behind and fouled by Prunetta. And that is going to be a reach and foul. That is going to be the Fourth foul on Southern of the game. Well, you shake your head, partner. What's going through your mind here?
I'm no basketball genius, and that's for sure. But this is not looking good right now. I mean, they're coming back. They're making an effort, and you know what? Too much game to make conclusions right now.
Well, they definitely got to do something different on defense. Maybe Johnson County Central is just shooting really well. Maybe Southern can't do much more. But here's Ludeman.
Defense is locking them up now.
Yeah, Waring right side three, no good. Rebound by Ames, taken down by Singleton. Here he comes. Now it's Warford. Right side. Warford makes another dribble move that he loses possession of the ball and now has to pick it up. Here's Ames. Warford cuts, goes up, and Warford converts.
Nice move.
And one down low, foul by Jack Waring.
That was just beautiful
go ahead.
pass. Beautiful pass by Ames. I mean, nonetheless,
it's really something special. I mean, you think about Nikola Jokic from the NBA, plays for the Denver Broncos. It's something special when a big man can pass the ball like that. It's pretty impressive. Warford hits the free throw, and he is now 1 for 3 on the night for free throws. So 20-10, 10-point game. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Wes Swanson gets a screen. Ludeman. Keegan Jones, pump fakes. Spin move inside. Jones can't hit. Gets his own board. Finds Swanson. Left side three-pointer. He misses. Rebound. Grab by Southern with 6 seconds. Here comes Warford. He's got to hurry with 3. Warford needs to pull up. He does. At the buzzer.
That's a way to end it.
Cooper Warford hits a three-pointer at the buzzer. 20-13 JCC. But the 7-point lead, or the 7-point deficit, I should say, seems a lot better than what it was earlier. We'll head into the second quarter with a 7-point JCC lead. We'll be back after this.